Hello, I'm Claudio Radenti from Freycinet Vineyard. We're here on the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast,
That's the one.
yeah, promoting our wines. And our winery is situated on the east coast of Tasmania, near Bicheno, and we're a small family winery. We grow 9 hectares of grapes, around about 80 tonnes, and we produce 5,000 cases of wine, and we make it all at our winery on the east coast. So we're just a little family winery focused on the premium end of the wine market. We've got a range of wines here from our vineyard. We make two white wines, Riesling and a Chardonnay. The Riesling is a great variety for Tassie. It's very floral and fruity, citrusy, quite crisp. We've got a lovely cool climate down our way, and it really lends itself to making quite crisp Rieslings. The other strong point for us is sparkling wine. Again, the cool climate really suits it. This is named it Radenti after me, and we make it exactly the same way as they do in Champagne. It's matured for 8 years on yeast lees, and it's got a really lovely long aftertaste, which is the benefit of aging it for so long on lees. Our Chardonnay, Freycinet Chardonnay, is a Burgundy style Chardonnay. It's all barrel fermented and aged in barrels for 10 months, and during that time we stir the lees through the wine just to try and build an extra bit of texture into the wine. So it's quite a nice full flavour Chardonnay, but it's not heavy, it's not broad in the mouth. It's quite tight and crisp and creamy textured, and not too oaky. So that's our Chardonnays. With Louis Chardonnays is from our Louis vineyard, and it's a little bit fruit-driven, unoaked style Chardonnay. So that's the main difference between the two Chardonnays. It hasn't got the extra textures in that Freycinet has. Moving on to reds, Pinot Noir is our flagship red. The Freycinet Pinot is from our original vines, 30 years old, and it's quite a full flavour red, but it's soft and not heavy. It's quite complex. It's aged for 1 year in barrels, and it keeps beautifully over a 20-year period if you want to age it. But it'll develop that lovely, complex, earthy, gamey sort of perfume with time. But you can drink it any time. It's a great food wine. That's the great thing about Pinot. It goes with just about any food. And again, we have a Louis Pinot. It's from our Louis vineyard, which is a bit younger. It's 15-year-old vines as opposed to 30-year-old vines. It's made the same way, and there's probably less new oak barrels in this wine than the Freycinet. It's got the better oak barrels in it. And that's pretty much our range. We also have a Cabernet Merlot, which I don't have here right now. But yes, our vineyard site is situated on a lovely hill facing north, and it's really good being on the hill there. We get extra sunlight, and it really helps the ripening of the fruit. So it's good in a cool climate if you can establish on a hill facing north, just to get the extra sunlight to help the ripening. So we've got a good site, and we seem to ripen our grapes a week or so earlier than most others because of the warmth of our site.
Okay, and what inspired your passion for wine, Claudio?
Oh, look, I've got Italian parents. Mum and Dad both came out from Italy 50 odd years ago, and they settled in Tasmania. And ever since I was 5 years old, I've been turning the crusher handle for Dad. Like a lot of Italians, my dad would make wine just for the family. And so my interest started there, and I just took it, made a career out of it later on at the end of school. Yes.
Okay. Do you have a favourite food and wine combination at the moment?
Oh, look, I must say I was spoiled with beautiful homemade Italian food at home all my life, and I didn't really appreciate it until I went off to study winemaking. I had all this college food. But anyway, so I'm a big fan of Italian food, just the fresh, uncomplicated flavours of Italian food. With most of our range, you can find a match in Italian food anywhere there. So.
Okay. Past or present, who would you most like to sit and have a drink with?
Gee, I have to think about that one. So a whole lot of pretty girls come to mind first, but I better behave myself. But anyone who's got an interest in wine. Yeah.
Okay.